The universe is big. I mean, really, really big. It's so vast that it holds trillions of galaxies, billions of stars, and countless weird things. But here's the kicker. If our theories about its origins are correct, this massive structure was once tiny. Like, incredibly tiny. In fact, at one point, it didn't even exist. About 13.8 billion years ago, matter, energy, time, and space itself all burst into existence in an instant, an event we call the Big Bang. But how did this happen? Or to put it another way, what was at the root of everything? For centuries, people explored different ways to solve this mystery. For a long time, even science avoided the topic. Many believed the universe had always been there and never changed. But in 1929, Edwin Hubble discovered that galaxies were racing away from each other like fragments from an explosion. This meant the universe was expanding. If we rewind this expansion like a movie, all those galaxies would have to meet at a single point. In other words, the universe had to have a beginning. This brings us to the most unsettling question. How can you get something out of nothing? According to the laws of physics, this seems almost impossible, especially because of a concept called entropy. Think of entropy like this. It takes energy to clean your room, but it requires absolutely no effort for it to get messy. It just happens on its own. The universe is the same way. It always tends toward more disorder or chaos. Gas molecules can spread out everywhere, and that's high entropy, pure chaos. But we as living beings are low entropy, quite stubborn, and rare structures that try to keep our molecules from falling apart. Nothingness, on the other hand, is the peak of entropy. No matter how much you stir nothingness, it still just looks like nothingness. So, what was there before the Big Bang? Well, that question is actually a bit flawed, because the Big Bang didn't just start matter, it started time itself. Before the bang is like the blank screen before a movie begins. The concept of before simply hadn't been invented yet. Quantum theory tells us that there is no such thing as a true void. Even the deepest vacuum is actually filled with tiny particles that pop in and out of existence. Perhaps the Big Bang was just a massive quantum fluctuation of nothingness, simply doing what it does naturally. But do you want to know the weirdest part? When you add up all the matter and energy in the universe with negative values like gravity, the result is exactly zero. Which means, in reality, the entire universe consists of nothing.